Hello, I'm Joanna Green, and on this edition of MTA's Commuter Connections, we'll introduce you to an event being held to assist and provide support to our Maryland veterans. The long-awaited return of baseball is here, and MTA has your best ride to the ballpark. Bus operators and maintenance crews are gearing up for the upcoming Rodeo 2012 competition, and we'll answer your customer questions in our Ask the MTA segment, all ahead on MTA's Commuter Connections. Welcome to MTA's Commuter Connections. For this edition, we're at the Maryland Museum of Military History, located at Maryland's historic 5th Regiment Armory in Baltimore. This location will serve as an important venue for the upcoming MDOT Veteran Resource Expo, being held later this month. And joining us with information on this expo is Maryland Secretary of Transportation, Beverly Swaim-Staley. Welcome to Commuter Connections.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here, and we have important information to share.
We do.
MDOT Veterans Resource Expo. Tell everyone about this important event.
All right. Well, this will be an expo on April 30th, and it's going to be right here at the 5th Regiment Armory. So we think it's a great location here in downtown Baltimore, and we're going to be offering a variety of resources to our veterans and to their families.
Now, what exactly is a Veterans Resource Expo? I mean, I'm sure there are people out there going, well, I'm a veteran, is that for me?
Well, the purpose of the expo is to help veterans make the transition into the workforce back here in Maryland. So we're going to be offering a variety of workshops talking about things like interview skills,
Wow.
resume writing, how to find a job, focusing on how their experience in the military perhaps translates into jobs here, specifically at the Maryland Department of Transportation.
That's important.
We hope that it's going to be a great event. We're also going to have community groups and resources
Certainly.
here to sort of help them with other aspects of their life as they make that transition.
Now, you mentioned that this is an MDOT-sponsored event, and that you're going to be talking about how maybe their skills translate. Tell us a little bit about that. You're talking about jobs and the skill set. How is that important?
Well, the Maryland Department of Transportation is one of the largest agencies in the state,
Yes.
And we operate the airport, Baltimore-Washington International Airport, the Port of Baltimore. We run the Motor Vehicle Administration,
Yeah.
State Highway Administration, the Maryland Transportation Authority, otherwise
Wow.
known by most people as for the bridges and the tunnels, as well as, of course, the Maryland Transit Administration. So as you can imagine, we have a variety of jobs,
Yeah.
everything from clerks in our MVA offices to the many maintenance mechanics in many of our facilities. We have 2 law enforcement officer
That's right.
organizations.
Yeah, MDTA has police and
Exactly.
MTA has police.
Exactly. So
Wow.
we're very interested in people returning veterans from the military who have a law enforcement or security background, and of course maintenance mechanics and bus drivers.
This sounds great, but is there a cost? I mean, is there a cost for admission? Because this sounds like it's going to be a pretty comprehensive event.
We hope that it will be. There is no cost. The
This is free?
This is free.
Wow, that's important.
The event is for veterans and their families only. It is not open to the general public.
Okay.
And they will be asked to provide a military ID.
Okay.
We also need them to register
Okay.
so that we'll know, have some idea what the number of people are that will be attending. But it is absolutely free, and we're really hoping to have a large attendance. We can accommodate 3,000 people.
Wow.
So we're hoping for a great
Yeah,
event.
because this is a pretty big facility. Now, some of the presentations and presenters, do you have an idea of the types of folks that will be there from MDOT? What types of the various agencies that will be here?
Well, we'll have representatives here from our agencies, but many people from, like I said, with personnel and human resources background
okay.
to be able to do the kinds of training that we want to do.
Okay.
As I said, there will be community groups, health organizations here to talk about those aspects of our life. We also have the Department of Budget and Management, which of course is the state's personnel office.
So there are going to be other state agencies
They
that
will
are
be here,
participating.
as
Okay.
well as the Department of Licensing and Regulation.
Well, that's certainly important. Now, when people walk away from this event, what are you hoping that the veterans walk away with in attending an event like this?
Well, certainly we hope first that they understand and then they know about the veterans' preference that we
Certainly.
do have at the state, that they have maybe overcome some of that fear about how do I
Certainly.
begin the job search, who do I contact, how do I know what jobs are out there? Hopefully they'll feel a little more confident about putting together a resume
Yes.
and preparing for a job interview.
Now, how does something like this fit into the governor's vision and even your vision about the role that veterans play in the state of Maryland and how we can assist them?
Well, as you know, both the governor and the lieutenant governor are very, very supportive of our veterans and the great debt that we owe them. And we certainly want to make sure that we do everything we can to make their transition back when they come back home to Maryland to live and work and provide for their families. And we're hoping that this event will go a long way towards that.
Certainly. Now, how do people get information? Because the biggest thing right now, they're, I'm ready, I'm coming. So where do I get my information?
We'll go on our website,
Okay.
www.mdot.maryland.gov. And
Okay.
you can see the information there. And then, as I said, we hope that they will register and plan on coming to the event.
Now, is this the first time MDOT has done this type of event?
This is the first time we have done this kind of event.
But
And
we're
if it
hoping it
goes
won't be the
well,
last.
if it goes well, we hope that it would become an annual event.
Now, where can viewers, I guess to some degree, if they'd like to volunteer or again, get more information, they should just go to the MDOT website to get that information?
That's the best thing. They should go to the MDOT website to get that information.
And what are you expecting as far as attendance? I mean, one of the things you anticipate and you hope, but what are we hoping as far as the level of attendance for this event?
Well, we're having it at the 5th Regiment Armory because it's a very large facility. We can accommodate 3,000 people. So we hope that it's going to be a great event.
And it's centrally located, if I'm not mistaken. There's a metro station and a light rail station and
Absolutely.
many major bus lines that can get people here.
It is across the street from transit, as you said, both our light rail and our metro.
Yes.
It is in central part of the city. So we hope that it will be very, very convenient to the veterans and to their families. And we're looking forward to a great event.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure.
And you have to come back again.
Anytime.
Thanks. Coming up next, a look at an MTA event which features some of MTA's best in a spirited competition with one another. Stay with us.